She was just here, sitting at this very desk on the show, just 9 days before she passed away, and seemed to be on absolutely great form.
You're living in a
those
city.
women are so boring. I mean, they all get up and they want to, you know, all they want to do is they want to go to their gym, and then they want to go to their guy that's going to tell them what to do that day. Then they've got a life coach. Then they're going to lunch.
And they
then
drink
they're going to
grass,
shopping.
don't they?
And then they come up to me and they go, "Oh, Hollywood Wives is the book I should have written." And I go, "Yeah, when you had time."
Well, they don't really have a life, do they? They live this life of self-cleansing. You know, they have their aura cleansed, they eat clean food, they have colonic irrigation. What's left in it?
I know what's left, and then the husband is slaving over a hot secretary.
It's lovely to laugh, actually. You know, sad day, very sad day for her family, and very sad time. You were here, Gloria. Was there any hint at all?
None whatsoever.
That she was unwell?
That's the thing that astonished me, and I was so shocked, actually, because I was as close as I am to Colleen, and so therefore you can observe quite a lot. I never saw anything that spelt illness, or you couldn't believe that she'd be that close to death. And we thought that she was very thin in the face, but you know what she's saying? LA people are on diets all the time, etc., etc. But she's always, or was always, bright, funny, nicely risque when she wanted to be. She was just the perfect
She was a great loose
guest.
woman, actually.
Yeah.
She'd have been great.
She was marvellous. Because she never went over the edge in terms of the risque factor, but she was nicely naughty. And certainly, being, you know, in the game 100 years, I've interviewed her a lot over the years. And she was always, you always were glad when you heard that Jackie was on the programme, because you knew that she would give. And so when I think of it now, I said to her after the programme, you know, when are you going back? I said, I'm going back at the weekend. But she said, I'm going to see my daughter and my grandchildren and my sister. And when I analyse that now, of course, that was her farewell, really, to her daughter and grandchildren, and to Joan.
Yeah, but also on the panel that day was Janet Street-Porter, and Janet's on the line now. Hi, Janet.
Hello, hi.
Very sad news, Janet. You were here along with Gloria. Did you agree? You didn't realise anything was wrong? She seemed on really good form.
Well, I thought she was very, very frail, to be honest. I thought she was frail, but she always puts on such an amazing show that you can't really, you know, she is a performer. I mean, it is hard to believe she's died. I mean, I was very sorry to hear it, because she was one of the first really extraordinary people that I met in my career in journalism.
And had you interviewed her over the years, Janet?
Oh, yeah, I've interviewed her, but I met her through Jackie in 1969, and Jackie invited me to a party. Joan invited me to a party at Jackie's house. And they did know loads and loads of really glamorous, you know, sexy men. And these were all at Jackie's party in Hampstead in 1969. And I was just a budding journalist. I couldn't believe it.
Well, it's good to talk to you, Janet. We'll see you back on the show tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Funny, I was listening to Ross King talking this morning, saying that he was so kind to her when he moved to LA. She invited him to her house, and he said, and she would always, if you were at a party, if you said, "Oh, I love Michael Caine, I'm a big fan," she would always make sure that you got an introduction and got to talk to him. Did you ever interview her before?
No, it's weird, actually, because the first, and now I know, last time I met her, I wasn't on the show that day, but I was here because Nadia and I were going up to do the Coronation Street special that we did. So I was in the building, and I met her when she came, because she was a real heroine of mine, because I've written novels. And I remember as a young woman, reading my first ever Jackie, and it was so naughty and risque at the time. And she never really got the credit that she deserved, I think, as an author. It is very, very hard to write best-selling page-turners like that.
She wrote.
And they're very underestimated. She's written 5, she said, since she was
500 million books,
diagnosed. No, but she has written 5 novels since her diagnosis. And so, but it's weird, because you say, obviously you were sitting alongside her, when you see her talking, she's so lively, but I hadn't seen the show, and I said to Nadia afterwards, I said, is she all right? She looks ill.
See, I know that you're very good in your research, very meticulous.
Yes.
So I need to know, did you check out all those sexual positions before you wrote the book?
Absolutely. Everyone. That's why I'm exhausted today.